Hello Virgo, we're going to go ahead and just jump in and get started. Now do keep in mind these readings are for a large number of people. When I pray and prepare, although I ask that all of you receive at least one message, do keep in mind it's for a lot of people. So if you find that messages are not resonating with you, go on ahead and listen to your moon and or your rising sign, as you may get some messages from those. So you have your situation, what has been happening in the past, the recent past. So this could be up to the past 1 to 2 months. The future outcomes, and that is if you take the angel's recommendations. So you have divine love as your situation. So, community, marriage, and poverty. So we're going to move these down for a second so you can see those. Okay, so for those of you that are curious, I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. We've got toil and labor, the main male, and thief. So your spouse or partner, this person that you are in this committed relationship with, and for most of you, you're actually married, they have given money to someone, loaned money, but I'm hearing some of you. So it's like, so say they loaned a family member some money and you're like, oh, come on. You know they are not going to pay it back. They don't ever pay anything back. No one's ever going to pay the money back. Why did you do that? And you're questioning, like, why would you give them our hard-earned money? Like, I've worked hard for that money. I feel like you robbed me. You didn't even ask me. You just gave them the money. So you are having some conflicts right now in your marriage, a lot of arguments, and it's over money, finances. And for some of you, you know, you do have a valid point. Your recent past, you have you surrender your need to always be right. And at the bottom, it does have a couple here. And at the bottom, it says, give others the gift of letting them be right by yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. But you are at a state of conflict right now, having some arguments because you are not pleased about finding out about this money. You are not pleased that they gave it to someone, loaned it to someone, because for a large number of you, it's like they loaned somebody, like they loaned a family member, a friend, someone that is close, someone that's in your community, in your tight-knit group. They have loaned them money, given them money, and you're like, why did you do that? Now I'm poor, I'm gonna have to go without because you gave them our money. Why did you do that? So there's a lot of arguments right now. Now, looking at your bottoms of your deck. Okay, so you are protected. You are financially protected. So what the angels are encouraging you to do is to, and this is the angels' recommendations, then we'll go over your outcome. But this is not to play down, because money is important for some of you. They may have loaned a substantial amount of money. Not to play that down. It's a big chunk of money for some of you. But some of the other signs are not so well off. You're in a much better position than them. So this is going to be really easy reading for you. Angels are encouraging you. You know, clarity. At the bottom it says, banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. Now she looks real mad. Like she could take that stick and smack somebody with it. She is not pleased. And then you have this Knight of Wands. Now he's the adventurer. He likes excitement and traveling and all these great things. So the angels are encouraging you to have the conversations, because clarity, have the conversations. Talk to your husband, talk to your wife. Try to understand their perspective. Be flexible. Be flexible. Because apparently there is something that motivated them to offer this money to this person. So have the conversations with your spouse. Be flexible. Be open to what they're sharing. Be receptive so that you can start to feel their excitement, understand where they were coming from, and be flexible. Now, when you're having that conversation, for some of you, you may need to set limits like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. In the future, you know, so for some of you, maybe they loan somebody 10 grand. So you're like, okay, I understand you're excited because your cousin's starting a new business, but you gave him $10,000. In the future, can we set a cap? If we're going to help a family member out financially, how about we cap ourselves off at 3 grand? That's the cap. And then if they pay us back, then we can loan them some more. but we'll set a cap, and that's a conversation that you can have together with each other. But they're encouraging you to be flexible, be receptive, be open. Now, for some of you to be able to have this conversation without the tension, it may in fact involve taking a little trip, maybe just getting away for the weekend. And it doesn't even have to be taking a trip, but maybe you just go away for the day. Go away, go hiking somewhere so that you can have a conversation without the stress and having it start right out as an argument, so that he will open up. Because they're showing me, like, if you're outside, so maybe you suggest, so maybe it was your husband that loaned or gave away this big chunk of money. You're already arguing. There's already a bunch of conflict. To even start a conversation is just going to kind of blow up into a big argument straight off the gate. Well, if you suggest, hey, honey, why don't we, tomorrow, let's go and go hit these trails. I'd like to go hiking and get some fresh air. So why don't we go do that? Don't make it about having a conversation about money. Just, I want to get outside and enjoy the day with you. You want to go hiking with me? Because what's going to happen is he's going to be open. He's going to be excited. He's going to be out in the fresh air. It also gives him something to do, so he's not thinking about having to have the conversation and dreading it. And then that will just open up the two of you to be able to have a pleasant conversation with each other, so you can clear the air and put this behind you. So they are encouraging you to do that. And if you can do that, your outcome. So you have these beautiful cards, this Two of Cups, you have the Lovers, and then you have this not so pretty one, the Four of Chalices, which is the Miser card, and then the Nine of Pentacles. So if you can do that and have this conversation, you two are going to be back on the same page. You are going to be getting along very well with each other. All that conflict is going to fall away. You're going to be happy again. You see how she's touching his shoulder. They're on the same page. They love each other. He's snuggling into her. They're snuggling. You will be back to a happy, blissful place with your spouse. You will get back here. You will get out of this state, because you see, he's the miser. He's like hoarding that money. He's like, it's mine. Don't touch it. That's his. He is taking possession. He is refusing to share with anyone. Not with family, not with friends, not with any homeless person on the street. He's like, no, it is all mine. Back up. But then you get this. So you go from 4 Pentacles to 9 Pentacles. And this is all about harvest, reaping our rewards, reaping our benefits. So if you can go have this conversation with your spouse, your love, your connection is going to be renewed. You're going to be back in a happy place with each other. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. They are saying there is actually going to be a little bit of a miracle here, because you are trying to protect your finances, which is why you're upset. Like, why do we not have this money now? When in fact, so for those of you that maybe he loaned a family member some money to start a business, you're actually going to make some profit off of that. So maybe that $4,000 that was invested in the business, bam, you're going to be receiving $9,000 when they pay you back. And you are going to receive that. So it is actually going to be financially beneficial for you. So just know that. So now for some of you that it was like a long-term business. For most of you, however, you will be paid back, and you'll be receiving financial rewards, and you're not going to be missing the money at all, because you're protected. So, and those of you that are getting paid back, you are going to get paid back more than double what was loaned, invested. So hopefully that helps. It's going to be good. You're going to be back, happy place with your love buds. So wishing you a lot of love, joy, and blessings.